Hey everybody, Dale with Survivalist Prepper here, and I just wanted to do a little instructional video on how this budget works for anyone that's using it. It's pretty simple, but until you get to understand what everything does, it kind of, it's kind of a pain. But I created this because it's simple and because I don't like adding my bank account information to all these different apps and stuff online. That's just, call me a conspiracy theorist or what. I just don't like doing it. I don't understand how that stuff works enough to trust any of these things online. So I created my own. That way I can just keep it on my computer and keep track over over a few months, so I don't something doesn't sneak up on me and all of a sudden I have $1,000 in the bank and I have $2,500 worth of bills. So basically, what this is I've just made a little template here, and this you can change. Or the first month here is September of this year, and it goes until February of 14th of 2014, and I'll add to this as well. But this template here, let me get back to the template where you just add in like your auto expenses, your home expenses, your miscellaneous expenses, and you can add in here whatever you want. Car one, I put, you can put Mazda or whatever kind of car you drive, Ford, and put how much that payment is, when that payment is due, and then when you're going to pay it during that month. And just add in all of your, if you've got two cars, add in your two cars, how much your car insurance is going to be, how much your gas is going to be. And then your home expenses, this is basically just for the big bills in your house. That way, when something unexpected comes up, you're not, you know exactly where you stand. You're not going to get surprised. So, your phone, your cable, what you want to add to your savings per month, and what you need to save for your next check to make sure that you don't get don't have too many expenses and not enough income. Your groceries, credit cards, any of this stuff you can add in. Any stuff that you have to pay on a monthly basis that is recurring, put in there. And you could even write a line down here for, we have some horses, so I could put hay for the horses and put in that's going to be about $200 a month, and it'll add that $200 in there, and it'll show you what your total expenses for the month will be. And like I said, this is just hypothetical, so some of these numbers aren't going to match up, and some of them might be negative, but it'll show you what your total expenses for the month will be, and you can put in here your notes when they're due. Twice a month. We have a trash bill that we pay every 3 months, so I'll have to go, September, October, November, and I'll put trash right here. That way, in 3 months, I know that. Oh, not 754. That's a big trash bill. In 3 months, I know that I'm going to have to pay that trash bill. And I don't really have to think about it until that 3 months because I know it's here for me. A lot of this takes some planning and getting 3 months ahead doing this. But so let's get back to this. And here you've got your week one income. And we'll go over here to where these little icons are. And I put these here just to remind me of when we get paid. So say if you get paid on the 12th and the 26th, you would want to put those there, so you know that in week 2 of September, that's when you're going to get your paycheck. Right now we'll just keep it like this since I have it set up like this though. So week 1, you're getting your paycheck. So down here you would put whatever your paycheck is and put in $2,000. And then week 3 you would put in that paycheck as well. And what you would do is figure out all of your bills for that week, and then how much you need to save to be able to have a little bit of extra money or be able to pay your bills the next week. So if you need to save $300, then your income for that next week will be $300. And the reason I have these right here is because if you have a spouse and they get paid too, and say it's every Friday, one Friday you get paid, one Friday they get paid, then you'll know that the other ones are your spouse and these ones are you. So you can set up during the 4 weeks, you'll know how much this check is going to be, how much this check is going to be. And under here, the total extra will tell you how much extra you have after you pay all of your bills. So say you have a $2,000 house payment, it's going to tell you down here that you're minus $750, and you better start selling something on eBay. Um, but we'll put that back to 1,000, and then as you do this over a few months, you can kind of see, okay, this check I have 1,150 left over. So instead of saving 300, how much can we get by with? How much do we need after I pay for groceries and credit cards and maybe school supplies? That was August for us, but maybe school supplies, stuff like that. You can kind of budget in what you're going to need to spend, and maybe even add a a little section in here, just play money, just $50, just if you see something cool that you like, or you just want to buy something extra, you can add that in and put that there. That way you have a little bit of leeway. And but back to my point, sorry. So you have $1,100 left over in this check. You would maybe want to save $800, and that would still give you $600 for extra stuff. And hopefully that carries over to the next week. You don't spend $600 in a week, um, and then that way your incoming for the next week would be that $800 you saved. So you would change that to $800, and that would give you 630. Now, say you wanted to save, you're only going to spend 300, so you would put in here that you're going to save 300 for your next check, and along with the $2,000 paycheck that you get, you'll add in this $300. So that'll be $2,300, and that'll show you that you have $600 left over. And again, if you don't want to save that much, you would just change this number, this $1,200 number, to another number, and then add that to that total right down there. And the thing I like about this is it helps. First of all, it helps you stay on track, and it helps you manage your finances, know exactly where you're sitting. This needs to be paid here. You don't have late payments. It helps build your credit, and it helps make sure that you don't pay a credit card payment a day or two late, and then you have to pay an extra $25 to $50 on top of that. So, I've planned these out up to a year, and you're always looking at it and changing it throughout the year, but it'll give you a good basis of what you can do throughout that year and where you stand. And you'll always have to make changes to it, but it'll give you a big picture of, okay, if we save $500 a month, we should by September, we should have $2,000. I know it's more than that, but we should have $2,000 saved in the bank by September. So if you do decide to use it, it's a great tool for me. It helps me with my wife because I'm more of a numbers person and she is more of a bottom line. Just tell me what we need. And a lot of people are like that. And this is an easy way for me to say, okay, we need to pay this. We need to pay this on this check. This check needs to be the power bill, the phone bill, the cable, any of that stuff. So we don't get caught, off guard. Say the beginning of next month, we get a bill from the power company saying that we're 2 months behind because we forgot to pay it last month, and this has happened. So it's just a good way to keep track. And if you have any questions while you're using it, email me and I'll definitely help you with it. I've used it for a couple years now, and like I said, I created it because I just didn't like the other ones. They didn't offer me the to the dollar that I like. I like to know if I'm saving $30 or can I afford $25 more dollars. I want to know so I'm not hosed when it comes to my next paycheck. So that's kind of it. And like I said, if you have any questions or you run into any problems, please, drop me an email. I'm more than willing to help, and I created this, so I'm pretty good at it, and I'd like to think anyway. So again, thank you, and this will be on the website. I'm not sure where yet, but it'll be on the website somewhere. So appreciate it, guys, and thanks for listening.